Great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that they're... Look at this! Look at this! You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here!
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well. It looks like they've slowed the match down a little, and I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've eaten a little too much good Oklahoma barbecue in my day, King, to hurry anyway.
I can't believe he countered that one. Time for another superstar to join the match. I can't believe they let someone like Kid Cash compete in WWE. Shouldn't there be some sort of sign at the locker room entrance? You must be this big to enter?
Kid Cash might not be the biggest superstar on the roster, King, but he's got just as much fight in him as anyone else. Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call The Undertaker...
Here comes another superstar! I love it! I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR. But I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that would be no easy feat. This could be a pinfall. He almost got the 3 count, but almost doesn't count.
I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as objective. And there's the cover.
Watch out! He reversed.
There's the kick out. I thought that was it for sure. And another competitor is about to join the action.
Oh, boy. It's like he read his opponent's mind.
A textbook reversal there. He countered that and made it look easy. A reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect to SmackDown colleagues, but no, I can't. I truly believe Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
You hit the nail right on the head there, JR. The dominant brand. Not the slightly better brand or the sort of superior brand.
Absolutely not. I'm a Raw man. And I have to believe another superstar has entered the match.
What a counter! There's the reversal. Wow! Listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit that he's a 3 count away from a pinfall. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
Can his opponent kick out of this pitting predicament?
It's funny, JR. To look at Dusty Rhodes, you'd never guess guessed that he'd go on to be one of the greatest legends our business has ever seen.
Well, he certainly doesn't have the look, that's for sure, King. But there's more to this business than looking good in a pair of trunks. Nobody connects with a crowd like the American dream.
Oh, man, that's the truth. These people love Dusty. And believe me, the feeling is mutual. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself. It's all the same to you, King. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
You sure they can afford it, JR?
We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks.
He almost had the 3 count right there, JR. He reversed it. There's the pin. That was so close to 3, he could taste it. I don't get why Taz is so proud of his ECW career.
Looks like he's trying for a pin here.
Was that 3? No? Come on.
And it's been reversed.
I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the superstar you pick.
He's going for the cover, JR.
Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can, JR. And I don't think we'd have it any other way.
These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk. Boy, this John Cena sure is one of the most exciting young prospects in all of WWE.
Oh, come on, JR. John Cena's a thug. You know it. I know it. And all of these people know it. It makes me sick that he's allowed to be a WWE superstar.
I don't know how you can say that, King. Cena.
His opponent's down. He's going for it.
And there it is. He's got the STFU locked in. Ever since he's been on SmackDown, I haven't seen Bob Holly compete as frequently as I'd like. And that makes it too easy to forget what a legitimately tough
Show off all you want, but it's not going to win you the match.
No, but getting the crowd behind you can certainly give you the edge.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except we have to sit here and listen to you drool over the deep.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to cookies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water in here with me next time. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before the night show, but I don't think that's it.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out of here on a stretcher. And now a pin. This could be it.
JR. When I think about the kind of career Shelton Benjamin's already had, I can't think of many other superstars who have become bigger successes in such a short time.
Or a bigger jackass. Benjamin's accomplishments are indisputable. That arrogant attitude of his is just as much a part of his character as his title reign.
One of the most dangerous superstars in the WWE. Oh, man, that's going to change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish a ref would actually pay attention to what's going on.
Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's done that too much. Oh, no. The referee's been knocked out. This can't be good.
Are you kidding? Now anything goes. It doesn't get any better than that, JR. I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I get...
He's going up. This could backfire.
We could have a pinfall here, JR. His opponent telegraphed that one.
When I look at what Shelton Benjamin has become, it turns my Sooner stomach like orange. I can't believe a bright young kid with his potential has let success go straight to his head like this.
I think you're just jealous, JR. Why can't you give Shelton the credit he deserves?
I give him all the credit in the world, King. He's held the tag team title. He's practically spent more time with the Intercontinental title than he has without it. But it seems like the more successful he gets... No! How can the referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include... Here's the pin! Could this be it? I ask you who you want to win this matchup. These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR. But I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fan for that move. But I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly.
Randy Orton is a genius, JR. As soon as he got what he needed from Triple H and Ric Flair, he turned on him and jumped to SmackDown, where he didn't have to live under the shadow anymore.
I think you've got a selective memory there, Kingfish. I seem to remember he went straight for the pin. No eyes on him.
That was like 2 7/8, JR.
This is a classic matchup, King. And here's the pin. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what...
Here comes the head of the table, the Tribal Chief.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Bloodline from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds.
WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad that top rope moves can win or lose you the match. There's very little middle ground. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announcer.
Oh, man, you know what this is, Cole?
I sure do. The Stone Cold Stunner, delivered with lethal precision.
He's going for the pin, Cole. Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a...
They wasted no time going for that pin.
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're looking for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. And here's the cover.
They slipped out of that one.
Watch out, here it comes.
Super kick right in the mush.
Kid Cash is a superstar with a very bright future ahead of him here on SmackDown.
You think so? I don't know if I'd agree with that.
What are you talking about? One of the first things he did upon arriving on SmackDown was win the Cruiserweight title.
Yeah, and the second thing he did was lose it. Case closed. Man, you just can't put... Watch it. He reversed. He's going for the cover, Cole. You just don't see action like this every day, Cole.
You sure don't, Taz. And we've got the best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. You couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am.
This is one heck of a match, so... Whoa, look out!
A devastating super kick. You can take someone's head off with that.
I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys. But these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole, intensity. You gotta stay on your opponent until one of you can't go anymore.
I think these superstars are well aware of that, Taz. I think that's exactly what they've got in mind.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in, oh my God, look at this.
Stone Cold Stunner. That'll seal the deal right here, Cole. Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
That's their right, Taz. They paid for their tickets after all.
There's the cover.
Kid Cash certainly has a share of fans, and watch, he's going for the pin. This could be it.
Wow, talk about cutting it close. That was almost free. Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole. When's the last time you think they saw a match this good?
I couldn't tell you, Taz. I don't know if they've ever had anything this good on Raw.
Me neither. Because I guess that just makes sense. I mean, after all, SmackDown is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
And that's one of the few things we completely agree on, partner. It doesn't get any bigger or bigger. Uh-oh. Kick right in the gut. Here it comes. Stunner. Stunner.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
And you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz?
That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me. That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you'd know that you got it. Did you see that? These superstars just destroyed that solid steel cell. This guy might not have enough to kick out. He saw that one coming. Is that it? No, only a 2 count. Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion. Come on, you just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake. No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover neither. You gotta stay on him and wear him down. But what about picking your spot? Here it comes! A super kick to the face, and this could be the beginning of the end. And it looks like he's bleeding. This is not going to help his chances. Well, that depends, Cole. I mean, some guys, they go a little nuts at the sight of their own blood, and they become unstoppable. Well, that doesn't seem like a good strategy to me. I hope he ends this before he suffers a serious injury. He's got his opponent by the barricade, and there's the pin. It sounds like the capacity crowd has something on their minds, Taz. Yeah, and thousands of paying customers can't be wrong. These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one. And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a... Look out! Here it comes! Stunner! He can take a dude's head right off with that one. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it. Fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly. Excellent counter. What ring presence.
I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you? These top rope moves are always difference makers, for better or worse.
Here's the pin. Could this be it?
finale is one.
Oh, man! That's gonna change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish the ref would actually pay attention to what's going on.
All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action.
I can't believe he countered that one.
These superstars are going to put he's taking every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place. Here's the cover, JR.
No! How can the referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision.
Did you see that? Ring the damn bell! You can't let somebody get away with that.
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal.
Oh, no! It looks like he's donned the proverbial crimson mask.
There's so much blood, the Red Cross ought to be sponsoring this one, JR.
I don't know if he's even going to be able to finish this match with a gusher like that.
Everyone's always going on about how tough hardcore Holly's supposed to be. But I think it's all just a bunch of talk.
Oh, really?
He's a 3 count away from a pinfall. That was so close to 3, he could taste it. It looks like they've slowed the match. Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy line. Oklahoma. That's cheap, plain and simple.
This is going beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these contenders, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you gotta have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself.
Here comes the head of the table, the tribal chief.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Bloodline from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
Here's a man who's held the
think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the superstar you pick.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths are going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a summer night. And if you don't have the tennis opponent kick out of this pinning predicament.
If I could figure out a way to say it using only one-syllable words, I'd do it, JR.
No matter how many times I see it, I never get over the size of the Big Show. 7 feet tall, 500 pounds. That's a whole lot of superstar right there.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear. This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, I'm happy that I'm getting to see it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick up the pace a little.
Oh, no. This is classic old-school wrestling at its finest. You, of all people, should be able to appreciate that, King.
Wait a minute, JR. You're not trying to say that I'm old, are you?
Of course not, King. Although there was that rumor going around about your Social Security number was wrong.
Oh, come on, JR. John Cena's a thug. You know it. I know it. And all of these people know it. It makes me sick that he's allowed to be a WWE superstar.
I don't know how you can say that, King. Cena has dedicated himself to entertaining these fans, and quite frankly, I find him to have more character than many so-called respectable superstars.
There's a difference between entertaining the fans and setting a bad example, JR. I think the fact that SmackDown could ever allow John Cena to become WWE champion is an example of why they're the #2 brand in sports entertainment.
You're not going to get me to say that SmackDown's superior to Raw, but if they were, John Cena would be a large part of the reason.
Randy Orton is a genius, JR. As soon as he got what he needed from Triple H and Ric Flair, he turned on him and jumped to SmackDown, where he didn't have to live under their shadow anymore.
You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their mind, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR?
Excellent counter. What ring presence?
His opponent's in trouble, JR. I think he's going for it.
He sure is. And boy, he came through big time with that twist of fate.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King, and I think it's only going to get better from here on out.
Listen to the crowd, JR. They've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job.
Warrior is ready for battle. Anderson, the King's Looks like they've slowed the match down a little. And I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've eaten a little too much good Oklahoma.
Oh, boy. This looks like an all-or-nothing move.
This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE...
Look at the fans, JR. They know what's coming next.
They sure do. And there it is. The FU. What an impact. If you root around under the ring long enough, you're bound to find a weapon of some sort or another. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well,
Here it comes! Here he goes!
the Stone Cold Stunner. There's nothing like it in all of sports entertainment, JR. Look at this. He's going for it.
Stone Cold Stunner! Stone Cold Stunner! Can you believe it?
And I can't express how sick I am of hearing him talk himself up and then choke in the ring.
I think you're selling him short, King. My God! He's got his opponent in position. I think he's going for it.
No, it can't be. Not the FU.
And what a slobber knocker of a shot with that sledgehammer.
That'll rearrange your facial features for sure, JR.
Good grief! I don't care how tough you are. A chair shot is a chair shot.
And you can't take too many of those and expect to continue. Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for Smack.
I'm gonna take a little nap, JR. Wake me up when he finishes the count. Wow! Did you see the way that he sure is putting that thing to good use, JR?
I don't know if I'd call it good news, King, but it's definitely an advantage.
He can pin him right here, JR. That was so close to 3, he could taste it. I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway. Oh, no. I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out.
What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words.
I'm not sure if I don't care how you feel about this superstar, JR. Nobody should have to go through this.
It's painful just watching it, King.
It looks like he's helping his opponent do a little family planning here, JR.
Well, that's one way to do it, King. I don't think we're going to be seeing any youngins in this superstar's immediate future. Look at Shawn Michaels. The future Hall of Famer has overcome so much adversity in
His opponent's down. He's going for it.
And there it is. He's got the STFU locked in. Can his opponent kick out of this pitting predicament?
I can't believe someone as out of it as Rob Van Dam could be featured as prominently as he is here in the WWE. I don't even think he knows where he is right now.
Van Dam might seem laid back, but don't ever mistake that for all.
There's all sorts of crazy stuff under the ring, and all of it can inflict a lot of damage on an opponent. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, and that is not the position you want to be in when you're facing the doctor of thugonomics.
It sure isn't, JR. The STFU is locked in, and you don't see many superstars get out of this one. He's going for the cover, JR.
I think this crap is that. No. Oh, only two.
This match has the potential to be an instant classic, and I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the intelligence of these WWE fans?
Well, I heard that we gave them an IQ test, and the results came back negative.
Looks like I got to apologize to the King here tonight.
It looks like they've slowed the match down a little, and I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've been a little too much good.
The American Nightmare is here. Jeez, JR. Don't hold anything back. Why don't you tell us how you really feel?
I think it's a damn shame that someone who's worked as hard as Booker T has to overcome a checkered past will turn out to be such an A1 jerk in the end.
Come on, JR. So Booker made some mistakes. Just keep calm. He did his time. It made his debt. Let it go. Randy Orton's one of the most dangerous superstars in the WWE, JR. Ric Flair and Triple H taught him everything he knows.
They may have taught Orton everything he knows, King. I don't think they taught him everything they know.
The only Logan Paul.
We can find out the hard way
From Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 108.
Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home.
Well, there's one less superstar in this match now.
He's been removed from the ring and from contention in this match. He's not going to get caught for that.
Tallest competitors in WWE history. Personification of intimidation. These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans for that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly.
I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest cats. He might as well start walking back to the locker room. He's in a
Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheap, plain and simple. And it's been reversed. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, Jay.
He doesn't look too happy about it, but an elimination is an elimination.
He took a ride over the top rope, down to the floor, and out of this match. Up and over and out. Eliminated.
The Texas Rattlesnake is ready.
He's out of the ring, and that means he's out of the match, too. He saw that one coming. Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for our SmackDown colleagues, but no, I can't, King. I truly believe Raw is the dominant brand.
You hit the nail right on the head there, JR.
San Antonio, Texas.
Not the slightly better brand or the sort of superior brand.
Absolutely not. I'm a Raw man, and I have to believe we're head and shoulders better than the competition.
You won't get any argument from me, JR. SmackDown's the minor leagues as far as I'm concerned. I can't believe they let someone like Kid Cash compete in WWE. Should there be some sort of sign at the locker room entrance? You must be disappointed.
Kid Cash might not be the biggest superstar on the roster, King, but he's got just as much fight in him as anyone else. It's not often you get to see a competitor with the speed and agility and raw athletic skill of Kid Cash.
Kid Cash can have all the speed and agility he wants, JR. Give me strength and size any day. Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match, and now it's paying off.
His opponent telegraphed that one. These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What do you expect, King? This isn't about fighting.
Oh, really, Jay Emanuel? NXT with Tell me more about your enables to dominate the main roster.
I've got a 10.
Oh, my gosh! He's been eliminated from the match. What a cat!
That's it. The match is over for that particular superstar.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors.
That just became
It looks to kill. Somebody will be pushing up daisies.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. You gotta give him credit. He's got a lot of heart.
Yeah, but I don't think he's got much in the way of brain. Looks like his hopes of winning this one have been shown immeasurably under the bloodline.
Representing the Bloodline.
You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific match.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. And speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Right about the time we start wearing those fringes.
Lock the doors! Hide your kids! Hide your wife! Fridge is in the house!
He's a slippery duck. Excellent counter. What ring presence. And there's the elimination.
Wow! Listen to these fans, JR!
You can fool some of the people all of the time. There he goes. He's out of the match.
ruthless aggression and the way these superstars have been going after him. Wow, he wasn't too gentle about throwing him out.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this one.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
This is going to be
I
good.
can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want
The
to ruin the
following,
ending for you.
making his way to the ring, from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing
As far as I can tell. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You got the
You know what's next. Super kick. Man, JR, you can get dancing right away. I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not
Yes,
the
it is.
superstar you think. He's tripping up. I'm not so sure this is a good idea.
I don't believe it. He's been eliminated.
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR? Quickest way to lose a match is to underestimate your opponent.
I don't think he's underestimating anyone, King. I think he's making it clear that he refuses to be intimidated.
Boy, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework on each other.
Is that? Yes, that's an elimination.
Man, JR, when I think about the kind of career Shelton Benjamin's already had, I can't think of many other superstars who have become.
That's one fewer superstar in this match.
Damian Priest has arrived. A man who will bring judgment to all of
Unceremoniously, in my
WWE.
opinion.
representing
There's the reversal. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows, this match has come to an abrupt end for that superstar.
and his opponents. First, representing the Alpha.
Talk about adding insult to injury, tossed out of the ring and the match. Well, over the top rope and down to the floor. That's an elimination. I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
That's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, we'll all be out of the job.
JR's not going to be happy about this one, folks. One of his favorites is going to get beat like the proverbial government mule.
I'm not 10 favorites, King. I'm not have issues with certain superstars as human beings, but I respect their in-ring abilities nonetheless.
JR, you're so full of it and you've got diarrhea of the mouth and constipation of the brain.
Is money.
The following contest, making his way to the ring, from Buckfield, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds.
Here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match will be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR, keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later.
Look at him feeding off the energy from this fantastic crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat.
You are looking at one of the most vicious strikes.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, he's got the crowd and his opponent in the palm of his hand.
That can change in an instant, especially if you let your opponent catch his breath. See, JR, this is exactly why Raw is...
His opponent's down, and now he's sharing a piece of his mind.
He's going to have to eat those words by the end of this match, JR. He reversed it.
This is a classic matchup, King.
You're not going to win a match by insulting your opponent.
No. But having the crowd behind you can certainly get the adrenaline pumping. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks. I think Matt Hardy should change his slogan from "I will not die" to "I cannot win."
King, why do you say things like that when 9 times out of 10, they just make you look like a fool and reckless? I've been one of Matt Hardy's biggest supporters since the early days of his career, and it's great to see him out here tonight.
Yeah, ever since he went to SmackDown, we haven't seen much of Matt Hardy, and you don't hear me complaining. I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as objective as I can, King. Quite frankly, I'd rather see a good competitive matchup than see a particular superstar win or lose this thing.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows you play favorites. You're always trying to kiss up to the fans by talking up whoever they're cheering for.
I've never been a kiss-up in my life, King, which is more than I can say for some people. I call them like I see them, and I'm flattered that the WWE fans agree with me as often as they do.
I don't know how much more of this I can stand to listen to, JR. You know what the difference between you and I-95 is? You can turn off I-95.
A textbook reversal there. This, oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something quick. Well, if Taz and the ECW have a problem with that, maybe they should stop bringing trash cans to the ring.
Boy, I'll tell you, I'd never want to find myself in the fight with Taz. He might just have the shortest fuse, no pun intended, in the business.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say.